Okay, let's dive into a story. It's really more of a fable. It all kicks off with this simple, kind of random accident, but believe me, it ends with a massive truth about who we are. And maybe, just maybe, who we're supposed to be. So, do you know your true strength? I mean, really. It sounds simple, right? But the answer, well, that's a whole other story. This question is going to be the beating heart of everything we talk about today. So just keep it tucked away in the back of your mind. Alright, so our story kicks off with a character who was literally born for greatness. I'm talking a prince of the skies. But here's the twist. He's living in a prison, and the crazy part is, he doesn't even know it. So picture this. Way up high on a cliff, there's a nest, and out of it, an eagle's egg just tumbles down. Now, that should be it, right? Game over. But nope. In this amazing twist of fate, it lands perfectly safe in a chicken farm below. Just like that, the massive world it was destined for is gone, swapped out for one that's, well, a whole lot smaller. So the little guy hatches, and he starts to grow up living this total lie. He's raised like a chicken, so he does what chickens do, right? Pecks at grains, digs in the dirt. But something's not right. Deep inside him, there's this storm brewing. His nature, his real nature, those razor-sharp eyes, those powerful talons, that kind of royal silence, it's all at war with how he's being raised. He feels this constant restlessness, like a whisper of a calling he just can't quite make out. And then, it happens. One day, a single moment, and everything changes. He gets the very first glimpse of who he really is. Okay, so the sun's going down, the sky is this incredible, deep red color, and right there, against that sky, he sees it. This magnificent bird, an eagle. And it's soaring, diving with a kind of power and grace he's never, ever seen before. It's beautiful, but it's also kind of terrifying, you know? And it just shakes him right to his soul. He whips around to an old hen next to him, and his voice is just trembling. He's totally in awe, but also completely confused. He feels this weird, almost burning sensation in his own wings. It's like an echo of what he just saw. Some ancient instinct is starting to wake up, and man, is it a scary feeling. But you know how it goes? Right when that instinct starts to stir, it runs smack into a wall. A powerful force that's dead set on shoving it right back down. And that force, it's the voice of fear, the voice of doubt. And just listen to what the old hen whispers to him, full of fear. "Be silent," she says. "That's the eagle, king of the skies. You were born for the earth, he was born for the sky. Remember your place." Wow. That's not advice, is it? That's a cage. She's telling him to look down, that the sky isn't his business, to remember a place he was never ever supposed to be in. And that's the real prison. It's not made of wire or wood. It's a mental cage, built out of the doubts and fears of everyone around him. They're telling him his destiny is to stay small, that his dream of the sky is just wrong. So what's it going to be? Does he believe her? Does he just give up and spend the rest of his life staring at the dirt? Or is that powerful secret buried deep inside him finally going to break free? And then, out of nowhere, total chaos. A hunting dog storms the farm, and it's pure panic. Chickens are scattering, running for their lives, and our eagle? Well, he's been taught he's one of them, so he runs too. But just as the dog lunges right for him, something inside just snaps. He stops running. He feels this jolt of power he has never felt before. And when he opens his beak, it's not some scared little chicken noise. No way. It's the furious scream of a predator. He throws open his wings, his real, powerful wings, and boom, he's in the air. And once he's up there, wow, everything makes sense. The fear is just gone. He looks down and sees the farm get smaller and smaller until it's just a tiny little patch of dirt. He sees the chickens running around like ants, and he gets it. He finally understands. He was never one of them. He was, and he always had been, the king of the skies. Okay, so obviously this story isn't really just about a bird, right? It's about you, it's about me, it's about all of us finding that strength to bust free from the little boxes and expectations that keep us stuck on the ground. You see, the eagle learned this incredibly important lesson, and it sums up perfectly in this old proverb. A lion's life of 1 day is better than a jackal's life of 100 years. Think about that. It's better to live just 1 day as your true, powerful self than a whole century as a shadow of what you were meant to be. So what can we pull from all this? What's the takeaway for you? Okay, number 1. Your circumstances, they don't define your potential. Where you start has nothing to do with how high you can fly. Number 2, you've got to learn to listen to that quiet voice inside you and tune out all the loud voices of doubt from everyone else. Number 3, sometimes it takes a real crisis, a moment where you're pushed to the edge to finally show you how strong you really are. And last, but definitely not least, remember this. You have an eagle hidden inside of you too, and it's just waiting for its chance to fly. And that brings us all the way back to that question from the beginning, but with a bit of a twist. See, it's not just about knowing your strength, it's about having the guts to actually use it. So the story leaves us with one last thing to think about, a really big question for you. When will it be time for you to spread your wings?